Hello mathematicians! This video will cover questions 3 and 4. And this on your test says 2, it should say 3. I messed up. Okay, so you are given an exponential expression. You are asked to simplify it, and you are asked to then evaluate the expression for when a equals 3. So we see at the top that we have 8 times a times 7 times a squared, or a to the second power. So the way we learned in class to simplify this was to first expand all of your expressions. So 8a is in expanded and simplified form, just 8 times some number a. We don't know that value. And then we have times 7 times a times a. And what I did here is we have a squared, that's a multiplied by itself twice. So then we see that we're going to combine like terms. We have 2 coefficients, and they are being multiplied together. All of these terms are being multiplied. So we're going to perform multiplication between like terms. So 8 times 7 is 56. And then we have a times a times a to the third power. That is this expression in simplified form. Then what we are asked to do is evaluate this expression for when a equals 3. So anytime we have a variable, in this case a, we know that it could represent any number. It could be 2, it could be 3, it could be 100. We could evaluate this expression for many different values of a. We are told in this case to evaluate the expression for when a equals 3. So I'm simply going to substitute 3 for a. All I did was I took, if a equals 3, I can put in a 3 here where a is. So then we have 56 times 3 to the third power. Now, order of operations, PEMDAS, tells us that we first need to simplify anything that's within parentheses. We just have a 3, there's nothing we can simplify, we're good. Then we go to exponents. Cool, I do have an exponent. I need to perform the operation 3 to the third power before I multiply by 56. So technically this is like 2 separate chunks. 3 to the third power, because this 3 is what's in parentheses. Okay, so what's inside the parentheses is being raised to this exponent, and then we'll multiply by 56. So I have 56 times 3 to the third power is 3 times 3 times 3. 3 times 3 is 9, times another 3 is 27. So 3 to the third power is really just 27. Now I'm going to do 56 times 27. I need my calculator for this one. 56 times 27 equals 1,512. I just evaluated that expression for when a equals 3. Okay, question number 4 is asking us to do the exact same thing, but now we have 2 variables. So instead of just a, we now have x and we have y. Same process. Let's start by expanding. So we have 7 times x to the 4th power, so 4 x's, times 8 times x to the 3rd power, so that's 3 x's. My pen's being kind of funny here. Times, now we have 4 y's. Okay? So all of these terms are being multiplied together. Now it's a matter of simplifying by combining like terms. So 7 times 8, those are my coefficients, my numbers, 56, okay? Then I'm going to count my x's. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3 x's. X times x times x times x times x times x times x is really just x to the 7th power. And then I have y's. How many y's do I have? 4. That's that expression in simplified form. Then the next part of the question asks us to evaluate this expression for when x equals 2 and y equals 1. So I'm going to write down my expression, and then I'm going to plug in these numeric values for my values of x and y. So you see how everything is the same in this expression, but now I'm going to change the x with a 2. And they're telling me that y equals 1, so I'm going to substitute in a 1 here. Okay? Then I need to remember my order of operations. Everything within the parentheses is simplified. I just have numbers there, so we're done there. Then I go to exponents. I need to evaluate these exponential expressions. So I have 2 to the 7th power, or 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times blah, blah, blah. Here's my calculator. I'm going to do 2. Remember, we do the caret 7 equals 128. I'm going to write that in red. Okay. So 2 to the 7th power is the same thing as 128. 1 to the 4th power. Now, think about this. 1 multiplied by itself 4 times. 1 times 1 is 1. Multiply that by 1. I stay with 1. It's going to stay 1. 1 to any power is 1. Okay, so that is 1. And I still have those two numbers multiplied by 56. Now I'm going to do my multiplication. I have 56 times 128 times 1. 56 times 128 equals 7,168. Technically times 1, but we know that that value will stay the same. So here's the simplified form of the expression with the variable still there. And here is the evaluation of that expression when we are given the numeric values of our two variables.